everybody, it's Terry here. So my Uncle Vinny and Aunt Jackie are coming over for dessert today. We're going to do dinner and then they're going to come here for dessert and coffee. So I figured I'd make a really quick apple pie. But sometimes I like to make it like a slab, like long and narrow, like on this, instead of a regular pie pan, because I just think it's easier to serve and it kind of tastes like a strudel when I do it this way. So I figured I would just come on and show you how I go about doing that. Threw my hair up in a pencil and just grab my things and away we're going. So this is what we're going to do. So for the apples, I needed to do about 2 pounds of apples or so. I'm going to use the apple peeler core slicer. So I have it just hooked onto my countertop, all right? So I have it hooked where my dishwasher is because there's a bigger lip. Or you could do it on your kitchen table or anywhere where you have a lip. Now Pampered Chef sells a stand that you could use, but honestly I hardly ever use a stand at home. I just stick it on my kitchen counter or my kitchen table. And it just makes easy work of doing apples because the hardest part of doing like an apple pie is doing the apples. So you just stick the apple onto the apple peeler core slicer. I just got a huge big bag of organic Pink Lady apples today. But you need to use firm apples because if you use a soft mealy apple, this isn't going to work. You need to have a firm apple. And so I'm just going to turn. And what this guy is doing is peeling the apple and it's coring and slicing it at the same time. So this is all that's left. This product has been around since the beginning of Pampered Chef time, and every time I go to do something with apples, I just pull it out and use it. So did you see that? Whoops, the core didn't come out. Here's the core, right here. Alrighty, and so we just have like an apple slinky. And then if we cut one side down that apple, we have apple rings. The kids and the grandkids love these, just eating it so much better, especially if you have braces or, you know, dentures or things like that. It's just so much easier to eat this way. You can put them in pancakes for apple pancakes. But if I'm going to be doing apple pies and things like that, I just cut it right in half and I have the beautiful pieces for the apple pie. Now, some of you are probably like, oh, that's too thin, that's too thin. But you can really get a lot of apples in your pie when you're doing it that way, and because everything is sliced nice and evenly, all the pieces are the same. You're not going to have some soft ones and some chunky ones and crispy ones. Everything's going to be the same. And so I'm just going to unscrew this here, and then I'm just going to throw it into my kitchen sink, and I'm just going to rinse it off and dry it up and put it away. So this is the carving board, the cutting board that I use to cut that apple. This is, whoops, my favorite cutting board in the line. It's the polypropylene cutting board. The reason why I love it so much is it doesn't dull your blades, it doesn't harbor odors, flavors, bacteria, things like that. The opposite side has a well running all the way around it, so like those nice juicy watermelons get caught in here, or those nice juicy London broils we're making on our grill now, all the juice gets caught in here instead of down your cabinets and onto your floor. And again, nothing dulls on here your knives. So you can get really great knives from Pampered Chef, just like the one I'm using now. This is our Forged Cutlery 5-inch paring knife. This is the one that I use all the time. This one has a lifetime warranty, guys, so you'll never have to replace your knives again. So buy once and then you'll have them for the rest of your life. You'll have me to support you with them forever and more. You can get them as a whole set or you can get singly to try them out. But I think you're really, really going to love them. They're like German steel blade. They're super duper 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 sharp. Alright, so what I did was I just purchased a Pillsbury pie crust. So this is the Pampered Chef, right? I don't make pie crust for some reason. I just use Pillsbury. And what I did is I just rolled it out, and I'll show that in a second, on our pastry mat into an 11 by 16 rectangle. And, oh, I forgot, I can't do that yet. I have to put the filling on my apple pies. So in my stainless steel mixing bowl, I have a cup of flour, 3 tablespoons of, a cup of sugar, 3 tablespoons of flour, a half a teaspoon of cinnamon, and an egg. And I'm just going to whisk that up with my whisk. Oop, I need some liquid, and we have heavy cream. This is like an Amish apple pie that has heavy cream in it, and it's my family's favorite. So it has a crumb topping usually, but today we're not doing a crumb topping. We're just going to do the regular pie crust topping. So it's just heavy cream, sugar, flour, cinnamon, and an egg. And we're whisking it up in our stainless steel bowl, which is my favorite bowl in the Pampered Chef line, because let's face it, stainless steel is going to outlive us. Somebody probably watching has their grandmother's stainless steel bowls or their mother's stainless steel bowls, because they will go from generation to generation to generation because nothing ever happens to them. They come in a set of 3. They have the pour spout here. They have this little thumb piece here where you can hold and turn so it's not going all over the place, or they can hang. Comes with a lid. Measurement markings are inside, and this is the magical part right here, this big rubber part. So it's not sliding all over your cupboard or your cabinet when you're mixing up in it, okay? It just stays in place. And then everything nests inside of each other, and you'll have them forever. So we're just going to basically pour this over the apples. So it's so easy. Here we go. And then I'm going to use my absolutely favorite spatula, excuse me. So over here, this is called our Mix and Scraper. Yours will be white, not green. It's a cross between a spoon and a spatula. I love it. It's my absolutely favorite. This is my go-to spoon. I use this for everything. I use it for cooking over stovetop because they're really, really heat resistant. They're not going to be melty. I use it for mixing. I use it for baking. The worst part of those spatulas is there's nothing left to lick when you're done, so the kids might get a little annoyed. So now I'm just going to fold my pie crust into 4. And let me put this over here so you can kind of see me a little bit better. And I'm just going to put it over my apples in my stoneware pan, and we're kind of just going to let it like sit here. We're not really going to seal the edges so much. We're just going to kind of lay it on top here. Let me tuck this under, and then we're just going to cut some little holes in it. Here we go. And then when we're done, I'm just going to put a little bit of, I'm going to combine a little bit of water and powdered sugar, make a glaze, and kind of just glaze it up. All right? If you wanted to, you could take a little egg and do like an egg wash on here, but I'm being super lazy today, and I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to throw it right in my oven, 400 degrees, for about 30 to 35 minutes it goes. So that's another thing about when you're doing these pies like that, it cooks nice and fast. 400, yeah, 30 to 35 minutes. So how I did that pie crust was I used this magical thing here, which is called our pastry mat. It is a silicone mat, and it is huge. It is, how many inches? It's 11. It's 22 by 14. And it sticks to your countertop. Okay? So it's not going to go anywhere. And if you notice, it has circles on it. So say you want something 4 inches or 6 inches or 8 inches or 10 inches or 12 inches. I wanted my pie crust to be 16 by 11, so I was able to measure it out on here. And then it just washes off really super easily, and things aren't sticking all over your countertop. Absolutely love it. And I rolled it with our dough and pizza roller. This is the one I use most often. It's just easier for me to control. It has a larger side, and then it has a smaller side. So say I was doing something in a pie plate, like, I don't know, I was doing a graham cracker cookie crust. This would roll right up the side of the pie crust, the smaller edge. It's a back massager, wallpaper seamer, whatever you want it for too. And then it does come with this little piece right in here, which I can't find mine, that helps you flute the edges of your pie crust. So yeah, I really love it. And when you're done, you just go ahead and throw it into the dishwasher. And that's it. I'm going to go ahead and post what this pie looks like when it comes out. Oh, the whisk. Everybody has to have this whisk. Never seen one break in the my whole entire life with Pampered Chef. Love it, love it, love it. Has lots of little whiskey wires, never rust. Things don't get caught in the handle. It's fantastic. So I just wanted to quickly come on and show you that. So thanks for joining me, everybody. I've got floury hands, so here we go. I'm going to shut you off. Take care, everybody. Have a good day. Bye-bye.